Tiffany, it's Kaylee again. Thanks for coming to today's last lesson plan. I hope you're so excited and we are glad that you were here with us for today. So, today, again, we are going to be focusing on cardio and then some exercises on the arms and legs for today. Um, so, we're going to start off with a warm up as normal, a lap around the track, and for just a few minutes, and then we are going to go on the bike for 3 minutes just to help get the legs ready because we will be focusing on them today in the exercises we have planned for you. We will then stretch to make sure your muscles aren't tight from last week's lesson plan and that you are ready to go and that your muscles are ready to be worked on. So, right away, we're going to start with cardio after the warm up's all done. We will have you be on the treadmill for 6 minutes like we did last time. So we are going to start out with fast walking just to get used to the pace, building up your endurance as like one of your key goals that you wanted. So we're going to really focus on meeting that goal. And then after 6 minutes of fast walking to get you up to the pace, we are going to have you jog for 40 seconds and then you're going to fast walk for 30 seconds. Just to get that cycle in, and then you're going to be doing that for 5 times to get your endurance built up. After the endurance, we are then going to work on the exercises that I have for you today. Hope you're excited for that. We will be working on arms and legs. So you will have 4 exercises today, and then instead of doing 10 reps of each, we are going to do 3 sets of them. I will demonstrate 2 and then watch how you are doing the last set, making sure you're doing it correctly. Really focus on the form of each exercise I have planned for you. So we're going to do these 2 sets together of each of the 4 exercises I have planned for you. So the first one, and these are some of repeated exercises that I did in the beginning just to see how well you did beforehand and if you liked them now. So we're going to do more of them now. So the first set is tricep dips, like we did, I believe, in the first one. So you're going to have a chair, and then you're going to sit, and then with your arms, making sure they're at 90 right now, and then you're going to lift up, straight up, and then back down. Making sure your feet are on the floor and not on the chair at all, and not even using any of your leg exercise muscles. You just want to focus on the arms. So we're going to do 10 of those. I'm going to go up, down. And for the key of this exercise, make sure you get a chair that your knees are at 90 degrees instead of having a taller chair like this one, which is more difficult to not use your leg muscles and it's harder to get off, and all you want to do is just stand up and just sit back down. Okay, so we're going to do the next one. Good. So after that one, we're going to do one more arm exercise before we switch to the legs. So the next arm exercise is tricep extension. So for this, you will need either a dumbbell, a water bottle, whatever you believe is the weight that you want to be using. It doesn't have to be dumbbell at all. So for today, I'm going to use my water bottle. It's heavy enough and it's at the right weight that would be good to start out with. So you're going to grab the top under the hand, put it behind your head, and then secure the top again. And then from here, you're going to extend your arms all the way up, and then bring them all the way down, making sure your elbows are pointed in, not out. Make sure to point it in so you can get more of the tricep muscle. So we're going to do 10 of these. And if you used a weight for this, they would have the block on the end so you can fit your finger right underneath this. So you can just rest your hands and not even focus on gripping whatever you have being used as the weight. So like this, it's a harder time to grab, whereas the weight you just rest your fingers on. So we're going to do the next set. Good. And then the next set after we did all these, when I'm watching you, I'd make sure your elbows are pointed in and not elbowing out. So these next two exercises are for the legs. Like I said, we will be doing calf raises and then we're going to do balance, which is new. So for calf raises, like we did earlier, I'm going to be on a flat surface and then bringing your toes up. So you're on your toes and then back down. And we're doing that 10 times, making sure you're not going too fast or too slow. Nice. Really focusing on getting all the way up on your toes and all the way back down on your heels and waiting for a second and then going back up again. Okay, I'll do the next one. Eight, 9, 10. And for this, you can either have your feet together, really close together, or you can have them shoulder width apart and go up. All depends on the preference of where you want your feet, as long as they're both flat on the floor. So this next one we're going to do balance. So instead of doing reps, which we can do reps, but starting off, we're going to balance on one leg at a time for 30 seconds just to see how the balance is on that one specific leg, and then switch to the other leg. We do that 3 times, but if that's too easy for you, then I would demonstrate what would be the alternative for that. So for balancing, you would just simply balance for 30 seconds, making sure you're not going like this, just making sure you're centered, and then you can have a conversation, and then you'd switch, seeing which leg is stronger and what needs to be worked on for future exercises to help get your balance in. But if that's too easy, then we'd have you stand on one leg, bring this up, and then you'd reach as far as you can down. See if you can touch your toes without wobbling or losing your balance. Then you'd switch to this side and see if you can reach all the way down to your toes without losing balance. And then back up 10 times. That would be the modification if the balance is too easy. So that is the lesson plan that we have for you today for the exercises, which I hope you enjoyed. And then we have a sporting activity for you. So today we will do volleyball. So we will be working on the fundamentals of volleyball, so serving, passing, and setting. We will have you focus on serving right away just to get used to hitting the ball over so you can be able to play a game with other individuals that are doing this activity as well. And then having proper hand placement for bumping and setting, making sure that your hand is enclosed like this and not like this so you don't break any fingers or damage any of the fingers while you are bumping the ball to someone else. And then focusing on setting, having your hands like in a cup that you're going to catch over top of your head and then push up with your fingers. Making sure those are all well properly learned and you are able to then participate in a game with other individuals today. So after that, you'd end up either playing a game or working on more of the fundamentals if that's what you'd want to do for today. And then for the cool down, we will finish with a 5-minute cool down bike, and then we will stretch your muscles to make sure you're all loose, not as tight as you should be, and that your muscles are worked, the ones that we focused on, and that you actually feel the exercises and result of the exercises that were demonstrated for you. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope these exercises for you were beneficial and that you will later use them in your life. Thanks.